Okay, nope, here we go. Start all over. I think we're live now, finally. And that will be, again, Fat Finger McGoy here. Screwed it up. So I'm pretty sure, yeah, we're live now. So apparently if you don't hit the go live button, you don't actually go live.
Really?
Yeah, we need to put this on the checklist.
That seems like a UX failure. I'm just saying.
Feels like
you should read your mind.
Feels like the U part was right on your commentary there. For sure, it was my fault. So, stuff happens like that. We want to talk to you guys about the show. See what's. Oh, whoa! Look at me just jumping all over the place here. Wow, that was weird. You'll see it in a minute. My head just starts popping, and it's still rocking and popping there. What is going on? What is going on here? I feel like the guy in you're in a Johnny cab.
Oh, wow.
I know. That's old school,
There's
right?
a deep cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened to Don't Suck? Yeah, it doesn't apply to us because we just always suck.
Who said
if
that?
If we made it, we wouldn't do anything.
Who's holding us accountable?
Mizar.
Oh, get you, my pretty.
Happened to Don't Suck. Yeah, it doesn't
There we
apply
go.
to
There we
us
go. I see it now. Okay, I got us up.
always-
Okay, this is all right. I can see now. I think I got this thing rolling. While we're working here, Keith, why don't you talk a little about what we're going to be talking about this week while I load that stuff up.
So anyway, yesterday Wingman and I went over to ACC. So during the interview with Shauna and the Insanitation people, they mentioned that they had met as part of a project team at Austin Community College, or ACC. Mm-hmm. And they actually yesterday just had the latest batch of games for that. And so we went over there. We looked at it. There was four different games, really cool stuff.
They were all good. They were all really good. Different types of games. From cozy to hardcore to racing. Mm-hmm. There was a lot of cool. You get to see what the new people coming in the industry are doing, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. And I'll tell you, there was one that just blew me away. But you'll have to see. We're getting the video from ACC.
Yes,
and
it'll be next week's show.
Yeah, they're we'll cut it down and stuff because it's like 4 hours.
It is,
but it was good. And then of course, a while back we went to Classic Game Fest, and we popped a little bit of a video teaser behind the guys in the main show, but Wingman's been editing them, and so into a nice walkthrough and some interviews and stuff that we did at the show. So if he's got them loaded up, hopefully we can take a peek at that walkthrough.
Well, keep hoping.
Okay, they're loading up still.
Well, it was loaded up, but it's it's going well. I don't know if I want to play or not. So
Mizar wants a 4-hour live stream.
Well, Mizar's gonna get it.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and actually they had some technical difficulties too, but not as much as during the rehearsal. So that's good.
All right, this should, for whatever reason, this should play, but I'm not sure. Okay. I'm going to try to switch over and see if it plays. There we go.
I took the gang on the road this week to Classic Game Fest. There's a lot to see at this show, from everything back in the day, from Atari all the way up. It was a massive show this year, and a wonderful time. As you can see, the Stop Killing Games, this is the reason why we want to be able to play all these games. And if you're a collector, look at this. Some of the original consoles from the making. There's the Atari 2600. I'm sure many of us had that. My Coleco and television, just everything you'd ever want to see there. And then it starts to get a little closer to the modern times, and just a joy if you're into original Xbox, GameCubes. If you're into those old kind of things, they have everything to look at. That's kind of like a museum style deal to look at right there. Loved that. And one of the cool things about this is Game Over here in Austin sponsors the show, and so of course they have a booth, and they're very prominent in the Austin area. There's Game Over Games. There you go. There's the cartridges from the originals. Love their booth. They had a massive one. And what game conference is not good without pinball? Gotta play some pinball. There, the Game Over booth again. It was huge right there at the front. We loved that. It was a good time. So next time you're in Austin, if you're in the summer, come check out Classic Game Fest.
That was cool, and you get to see Winglet was sneaking in there at the end of that segment, which was kind of fun to see.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It's so many classic games, so many things from my childhood and so many other people's childhoods. It was something else.
Well, it's another reason that we don't want to have we want people to stop killing games. That whole market is about physical media, and being able to enjoy your childhood and play. I get the digital footprint thing, and it allows publishers to save money and stuff, but it's important I think to be able to have some sort of. You give us a chance to even burn our own copies if you're going to go.
Yeah, and or like make it a special collector's edition. They like having multiple release editions, right? You could get a basic edition that's just a download, or you could get the collector's edition that's got the disc or the cartridge or whatever.
One of the things we found, and I'm going to show a tease of this, is we found a guy that was making a HDMI up-res converter with LAN connections for GameCubes. So you could LAN party up multiple GameCubes and play. Well, let's just show a little bit about what we're talking about, and then we'll talk about it after. We're going to have a longer view of this next week, but we'll give you a tease.
Ready? Hey, everybody. I'm here with Justin, one of the two Justins.
That's right.
From Eon Gaming, and you've got some really cool products here.
That's right.
Tell us what's going on.
Absolutely. So we're Eon Gaming. We are the makers of the GCHD, the Super System for the XPHD. These are plug-and-play HDMI adapters for your original consoles. Our claim to fame is we do everything with no mods, no power. It's all on original hardware. So you just take one of our adapters and plug it right into the back of your system, and then you're basically done. You've got an HDMI port out that's giving you a totally lagless HD signal, and it's going to make your games look and play better than they ever will.
So how did you get into this? How did you decide I need to make HD quality stuff for the game?
For sure. So we've been into games forever. So me and like this sort of Justin, it's been like our whole life.
Justin and Justin.
And yeah, I was really into all like hard modding systems, like soldering and all this kind of stuff. But there's this high like technical barrier to really like be able to get the benefits of something like that. And you're like risking consoles, things could break. It's a whole thing. So there was a point where we were like, I wonder if there's a way that we could get that type of result in something that's more consumer friendly, something that you can just plug in and it just works.
So there's an up-res in the unit itself?
All right, that's enough. That was kind of a long tease there, but
yeah, I was like, did he fall asleep? Do we need to send him?
No, yeah. Did he forget to fat finger the camera?
And I don't think it was just GameCubes too. I think they did like the original Xbox, and
they did
a couple other things too. They had the devices were specific to the consoles because of the old connectors, but it was really neat.
Yeah, it was cool. And actually, before we started doing this, and Keith and you and I talked about this, I was going to open up a game store for, historic video games down in San Marcos. I found a little bookstore across from the college. I really liked it, and Winglet was going to help me with it. Problem is, I ran the numbers on it. I would have had to work 7 days a week, which wouldn't have given me enough time to do this and some other projects I'm working on and things of that nature. So it just wasn't feasible. Which means that I went and inventoried up. So I got about 22 GameCubes and a bunch of
22.
Yeah.
Wow.
I do. Well, that's the hottest one. I got Wii's. I got every console you can imagine. I basically have it, and then I have games for all of it. I mean, I have games stacked up everywhere throughout this house, and my wife is really excited about that. As in she's not.
Excited about the idea of them going somewhere else, maybe.
Yeah. So I even told the dude, look, man, if you need any extra GameCubes, let me know. Maybe we'll give one away on the show or something. That'd be kind of fun.
Hey, I mean, that could be fun to do it. Not today, obviously, but at some point.
Well, let's figure out how to do that, right? Right.
Well, you should get some of those converters he's got and set up an arcade.
Well, that's interesting. The LAN party thing is kind of interesting because Well, I grew up playing in LAN parties where the internet wasn't as big a thing. You started with AOL. You didn't have the connectivity or the speed or the bandwidth you have now, and so you had to go hook these things up. With Quake cons like that or DoomCon, and you hook them up, and we go to people's houses and play all night by taking our big ass computers, big monitors, bulky. Stream up, into an Ethernet cable thing, and
the monitor itself might weigh 30 pounds. 40 pounds.
At least, yeah. It's crazy. Especially I had the ViewSonic 21-inch monitor, and that thing was like 7.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, that was probably even more.
Yeah, but you felt like you were right in the middle, and you had the biggest monitor at the joint. And everybody's like, that guy, look at that guy. It's
for those who haven't seen this, I mean, probably most of you have, but those old monitors were a huge glass bottle, essentially.
Yeah, CRTs.
With like a thick Coke bottle lens on the end you looked at. They were very, very heavy. So the bigger it got, the weight just went insane. Yeah, the CRTs, the cathode ray tubes, yeah.
Cathode ray tubes.
And you're talking about internet gaming, like at about that same time, pretty much the only online internet gaming you could do was all text-based. It was things like MUDs, Mushes, Mucks. MUD stood for multi-user dungeon.
You would be blowing up buzzwords right now.
Oh, I know.
Buzzword here, buzzword there, buzzword everywhere.
Yeah, so MUSH stood for multi-user shared hallucination, whereas Muck, I think, was just a play on MUD. It didn't actually mean anything.
Right.
But there were a bunch of these kind of things, and they were the forerunners of MMOs, but they were all text-based. And so MMOs, which of course was our buzzword this week, were the visual ones like Ultima Online and stuff, were the taking that and moving it into visual video games.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing, and I think that's kind of some of the fun is the younger generation, which I could bring up. We have you know what? Keep talking. I'm going to bring something else up from Gamescom that is interesting. From Gamescom or CGF?
Oh,
CGF. I keep saying you got me thinking Gamescom because
there was an interesting thing that popped up on Gamescom. I guess.
Oh, I saw that.
Publishers, are starting to do to Gamescom what they were doing to E3 a few years ago, where they're having parallel events. Yeah. But they're not actually going to the big convention,
which sucks. I think.
Yeah, I've apparently it's not playing well over in Europe. The news is causing some kerfuffle. Night. I think it's Night Frozen said that they helped develop a MUD back in the day.
I love that.
That's awesome.
Here, let's take we'll take one more look at what we saw at Game Fest. We'll probably have a little bit of them next week.
Furry Muck, yeah. I had a friend that was really into that one.
We are here at the Classic Game Convention. We're interviewing. Tell us who you are.
My name is Rachel. I am a professional cosplayer. That's what I do for a living. And I live here in Austin.
My name is Colton. I'm a Twitch streamer and YouTuber, and I love collecting classic video games.
That's awesome. So, big thing going on in the industry right now is live services being filmed. These kind of shows are really hot because we all remember what we played when we were younger, right?
Yeah.
What's going to happen when that goes away?
I don't know, but like my fear,
All right, just wanted to show a little bit of a couple of the influencers that came out to see us, and we talked to them a little bit, and so we'll have a little more stuff on Classic Game Fest next week on Friday. I think the show will probably be mostly about that, as well as maybe we I really hope we get the interview with the Dregs guy. So whether that's next week or the week after, probably the week after would be that one. But yeah, it's we've got a lot coming up. It's a lot on our plate. By the way, you guys can suggest games you'd like us to follow too. Let us know if you got something that you're interested in or you found. Half the fun of this is like finding a cool project that nobody knows about.
Oh, yeah.
And then helping us broadcast it. I mean, we need to broadcast these things so that they can find their audience because, good games, no matter what the good games should be celebrated. And that's kind of what we're doing.
Absolutely, yeah. And post them up in the forums, send us on Discord.
Yep.
Let us know.
Do let us know.
And be sure to send in your questions and feedback and stuff so you can compete for most valuable post.
Yes, make sure you like and subscribe. As you're seeing our little bell guy up there coming up, make sure you like and subscribe.
All that stuff.
Yep.
And what do people think of the show? Like, do people... are we getting better? Are we sucking less?
Oh, speaking of that, we did get some cringy feedback from one of the fans of the show, or I don't know if you call him a fan of the show, but he made some points about how he felt the first couple episodes were pretty cringy, and I think we talked about it before we filmed this one, so we made I think he was right, by the way. So, and plus, I think a little too much me and a little not enough Rob and you. So we made that adjustment for this show. Hopefully, you guys noticed that. But we're honing in. We're trying to get into the right path of where we want to be. Again, that's why we kind of did this soft launch,
Yeah. Well, thanks, Night Frozen. That, thank you. He says it's getting better, and enjoyed this week. So
Night Frozen. See, that's the kind of thing that would get you a GameCube. That's some good sucking up right there, man. I appreciate it. We need it.
Yep.
After the emotional cringe, the funny thing about the cringe feedback was he told Rob that, right? Because Rob, and Rob brought it to us. We discussed it, figured out how we could take his criticism and make our show better. And then we ran into him at the show at ACC. You introduced him to me as the cringe guy.
Yeah, it was funny. So I'm just talking with him. He's another person that does game stuff, and he mentioned that he was the one that told Rob that. Oh, you're the cringe guy. So then I introduced him to Wingman that way. But actually, it was good feedback. We were able to drill in and get some idea of what he meant by that. Like, not cringe in the sense of like, creepy guy, but more like, oh, really, guys? Like, just kind of,
roll your eyes stuff. But I kind of said that is sort of our lane. We're
good at that.
We've probably gone a little too far that way, but that is absolutely. And we need to get Rob answering more questions. I mean, on Wingman's Hangar, Rob would answer the design questions, and we needed to get. So the more questions you guys send in on forum feedback, and Rob's the one who's going to answer primarily, or we'll discuss them after the fact, the better that segment will be. And we need that to be the shtick. Our shtick. That's right, Pensacola Obelisk.
And be aware, you can also send questions in for the developers of the promising projects. I mean, obviously they have lives and stuff too, but part of us working with them is trying to help them understand how to communicate with the community and handle feedback and answer questions and stuff. So if you have questions for them, post them in the forums, and we will poke them and try to get them to answer them. And some of those may wind up on the show too. So,
Oh, for sure. And by the way, I'm going to put this up here. So if I can find it. I want to put the link again to the demo of Angel Guardian.
The card.
Yes. So here it is right here. I'm going to post it up there for you guys to see. I'm going to leave it up while we talk a little bit underneath it.
Yeah, that just went live the other day.
Yeah, it went live Monday.
Brand new demo.
So this is a chance for you guys to get the first 2 levels of Angel Guardian. It's free. So make sure you get your phone out, check it out. Yeah, absolutely. Give them some love. That's going to be a really good game. If you're a platformer person, you will really, really like this thing. So,
And if you're not into platformers, chances are some people that are into platformers. Send them this. Just snapshot it, screen cap this and send it to them. Or follow the link and then send them the link and have them try it out.
Yeah, we're here to help our friends and anybody making games find their audience, and that's up to you and us. We're getting larger. Leon's getting larger. We're actually growing the channel, which is great. We have some work to do there. We need everybody here. We need everybody here to share all that stuff with with your friends, your family. Tell them about the show. I think they'll enjoy it. They don't have to watch it like we do every Friday. You know, it's not necessary that you are, you know, here at the very moment that the show is on, but it is kind of fun to do, and then we get to talk directly with you guys, and you can grill us, or, you know, again, feedback to us is very important, and there's nothing better than live feedback when it's fresh on your mind. So,
oh yeah.
Keith, you have anything you want to add before we shut her down?
No, I mean, that's you pretty much said it. And again, the whole point of forums and stuff is to be able to have discussions over time, because a lot of people work right now. So if you're watching this on the weekend or next week or 6 months from now, you can still be part of that conversation if you get on the forums. awhorde.com.
That's right. And remember, all of us together, and our voice will be heard. See you next week.
Stay Horde.